everyone, Sergeant Rock here from BuddhaBellies, bringing you another cast of Heroes of the Storm. Pausing it here at the very beginning just so that we can take a look at the teams without, having to follow the action. Because once the action starts, it tends to not stop. So I'm going to take this time to kind of slow it down a little bit, talk about who we have playing the game, and then just get right to it. So, blue team, we do have Vala, Tassadar, Tyrael, Nova, Rhaegar. I don't know why Tassadar was so hard to say. And then we have Raynor, Falstad, Chen, Tyrael, and Vala. So to look at the top team, we do have Tyrael be able to soak up some damage. Tassadar tends to be able to not soak up so much damage, but able to deal with it with his abilities and so on. Rhaegar here for the heals, and then Nova and Vala here in order to deal the damage and get most of the kills. On the red team, we do have Chen and Tyrael able to soak up enormous amounts of damage. Falstad's able to be, he's able to run into places and get damage done. Raynor also able to do the same, and definitely Vala as well. However, they don't really have a healer, so that will make things interesting. A couple of them can heal on their own, but they don't have someone like Rhaegar on the blue team able to, and even Tassadar to an extent with that shield that he has. So it'll be interesting. They do have multiple tanks, and I like the different approaches that these two teams went into it. So let's see how that plays out for them. So, blue team's going to get moving along, and so the red team. Just so everyone knows, this map is the Garden of Terror. Once every so often, it turns into nighttime, and these locations will be full of these little minions, these garden minions. When you kill them, they drop seeds, and that's very similar to how Haunted Mines works, where you go into the mines and you kill the minions that are there, and you're able to pick up the skulls. The way that it's different, I should say, is that once you have 100, so regardless of if a day-night cycle has happened, once you hit 100, then someone on your team is able to hop back to the point right here. Where is it? There it is, and is able to become the Garden Terror. So that's very similar to the Dragon Knight concept. Alright, so a bunch of pushing action here at the top. Red team wants to make something happen. Loving this Chen skin. I don't know if I've seen that before. That's actually really, really cool. Alright, so lots of back and forth with the top. It looks like Tyrael's gonna come down and deal with mid lane here. I also love this Tyrael skin. Holy cow. Wow, that just looks awesome. That's actually really cool. Alright, so nighttime has started, so we see some of the guys running around here. They want to kill these little minions, grab the seeds, and then once they have 100, they'll be able to grab the Garden Terror. Good little team fight here. I don't know if blue can handle this, especially this Tassadar getting extremely low on health, and somehow, holy cow, how did he die? Raynor must have got off, maybe Val there. It looked like he was in the clear. I'm surprised that they were able to do that. So we do have blue team taking the bottom and red team taking the top. So the seed distribution is almost completely even. Blue team did take a couple from the top. Now Tassadar did pay for that with his life, but it looks like the blue team they were able to get their full 100. And once this finishes growing, we'll watch it. Here it comes. So now someone can just appear, hop in there, and now blue team has a Garden Terror and the red team does not. So the red team wasn't able to get the full 100. So very good job by blue team, able to get enough seeds on the first night to push with that. Now we can see the blue team is ahead on levels. Maybe Tassadar paying that with his life was completely worth it. Chen's gonna go down. Chen escapes with a sliver of health, but everybody on both teams here are pushing now that Vala joins the fight, and towers are going down, gate goes down, and the Garden Terror has still got 30 seconds and a decent amount of hit points, able to just mix it up, but no one is dying here. Tyrael extremely low, same with Raynor on the red team. But blue team decides, alright, let's get out of here. But Nova goes, hey, you're low on health. I'm really good at killing things low on health. Rhaegar is going to try to clean it up. But Falstad went down, which was not the target they were going for. Falstad said, hey, take me instead of them. It's like when a mother goes, no, don't take my children, take me. That's exactly what Falstad did, being the good mother that she is. Alright, Joker Sniper trying to run around with Nova, do what he can do as far as grabbing kills here and there. It seems like everyone else hopping back to their lanes, getting back into the experience game. They are almost exactly one level ahead, actually a little bit more so now that they have people in every lane. Jen's gonna make something happen, but no one's gonna die here. They're both extremely tanky. Alright, so we do have the red team. They lost Rainer, and Vala goes down as well. Alright, I think I'm starting to see a trend here. 5 kills to 1. Tassadar went down in what I can only imagine being a planned sacrifice. Other than that, red team has been losing lots of people. So we did hear the call. Night is happening in 13 seconds. Red team has a bit of an advantage here, that they only need 25 seeds, which is pretty much a given. There's lots of seeds handed out, as we saw. It was what, 178? Seems like a pretty arbitrary number of seeds to hand out. So as long as they can get 25 of those, they're happy. But what they really want to do is they want to make sure that the blue team isn't able to grab to reach another 100. So red team will definitely get the 100 they need, but blue team might also get another 100, which isn't good for the red team at all. Puts them even further behind. They're behind about a level and a half right now, but that's not the end of the world, although that does mean that blue has their ultimates and red definitely does not. So looks like little bits of poking happening here. Rhaegar needs to get out of there, but Nova thinks she can take Raynor, which she probably can, and down goes Raynor. Alright, we do have Tyrael and the squad of Vala and Tassadar appearing from the top, pushes out the red team, and decides to go for this this Garden Terror. They only need 7 seeds. Meanwhile, red is in their Garden Terror. They're pushing hard. They want to get these towers out of here. Garden Terror using his abilities, dealing lots of damage over time to all buildings. You see how quickly he took out the well, and even the fort was able to get that dealt with. Now we're gonna see a battle of the ages: Garden Terror versus Garden Terror. So blue team had to put up their defensive Garden Terror, and here we have them. And red team does have their ultimates, so lots of damage being dealt here. Raynor might go down. He's getting low on health. However, the Nova is sitting in the Garden Terror. Nova may be able to poke off a couple people, but Vala's going to have to take that position now, trying to take down Tassadar, or Tyrael. Probably not the best choice. Tyrael is able to soak up plenty of damage, but Breadman here with his Rhaegar able to get at least a couple of heals. And Garden Terror did go down for blue team, and red team is using the barrel. There goes Shen pushing people away with the barrel, and I was really expecting a huge chain of barrel bumps, but that wasn't bound to happen. Just so you know, when Chen is using that barrel ability, when he hits another hero, it actually bumps them out of the way, or maybe boops them out of the way. Alright, blue team decides to go for a Knights. Red team is, licking their wounds. That push did deal a lot of damage to them, so everyone had to be back. And now they're pushing again, realizing, hey, where is everybody? Oh, they're down here with the Knights. So the Knights are going to push the bottom. Blue team is probably going to come back to the top, because the red team, when they had the Garden Terror, was able to push a decent amount. In fact, they were able to push further than the red team did the first time. So I would say that position-wise, red team is ahead, but blue team is ahead on levels, and that's not good when the red team is stuck behind enemy lines, you might say. When you're pushing that far and you don't know where any heroes are, chances are they're right behind you. 4 out of the 5 went down at this very moment, and Tyrael did get out of there. Blue team goes, alright, let's start killing creeps. Let's allow them to start pushing the lanes like the Knights are doing down here in the south. And now we have the Siege Golems going up top, so they're going to take that advantage and grab the red team's Knights and the Siege Golems. Let's see if they're going to be aware that Falstad's going to notice. Here comes Falstad. He's going to fight for it, but Nova's here to deal the damage. Falstad doesn't want to stay there, but here comes Chen and Vala. Vala is going to deal lots of damage. Tyrael goes down. Where did Nova go? Nova went back to the mid lane, trying to escape that from happening. The Giants did reset, but blue was able to get the Knights. So red team is here, going to try to clean that up before they deal too much damage. They might take out a tower or two here. Now maybe just the one, if that. Chen ran in, wanted to try to, push around some heroes in his barrel again, but not extremely successful. He's actually quite low on health, and the blue Vala doing lots of damage. Chen goes down, and now we do have 3-on-3. Raynar goes down, so 3-on-2 here at the top. But blue team is going to want to wait for those knights and that one siege golem to push again. Alright, Nova did do a bit of damage here on the fall side. He goes down. Tyrael tries to push back the Nova, but she was able to cloak in time. Tyrael needs to get back to the support of his towers. And another wave of minions here before he's able to do anything. Down here in the south, we do have... it is nighttime, so Tyrael is grabbing up a couple of seeds here. They do have 72 seeds, not too many more needed for another Garden Tear. If they can grab another Garden Tear, that's going to be a push that's going to deal plenty and plenty of damage. Tassadar here in his ultimate, comes out of it pretty quickly. Another push, dealing more and more damage to these towers. Tassadar with that Psy Storm, holy cow, is that ever good when you're looking at the levels that they're at, level 16 here. Vala does go down. They were getting a little bit out of position, but it's not the end of the world. It is 20 kills to 4. You're still up by 2 levels, and Tassadar and Tyrael poking each other because neither of them are ever going to die. Tyrael down here in the south, breaking one of the fundamental rules, which is don't go past half unless you know exactly where every other hero is, or you're with somebody. And he's alone, doesn't know where everybody is, and is still poking around at half. He's getting lucky here. No one's gonna bother them. All right, so he decides, hey, let's go for the Giants. Let's do that. Blue team did get all of the seeds they needed. Red team only has 7. They're not focused on that at all. I think they realize they need to push as much as they can, kind of ignore the objective for now. But Nova trying to get a kill here. Did it happen? Felstad did go down. Chen's gonna push Nova away. And it works quite well, but Rhaegar was there for the heal, brings Nova up to complete health. Vala goes down. I'm surprised she stayed around that long. And here comes the Garden Terror. Holy cow, Mr. Garden Terror. Chasing down Chen, decides, maybe not. Tyrael's gonna poke at Chen a lot. Rhaegar here with the heal. Chen's going down. Very good heal by Breadman, able to hop in at a moment's notice and do his job. Alright, let's take a quick look here. Rhaegar is winning with heals, as we can expect. And Nova isn't winning with hero damage, it's actually Vala, so good job to Vala. It makes a little bit of sense. Vala is there all the time, whereas Nova is there at opportune times. So we do have the blue team being forced out of here. Looks like Rhaegar might go down, but he's running. He's running as fast as he can. He needs to get out of there. They were able to mount up, and Nova with the block, just like in basketball when you when you put up the point and just stop him from moving. Very good job by Joker, and even got the kill. So I love that play. And takes down Vala. Down goes Vala. But mind you, the red team also took down their Vala and the Tyrael. So a little bit too little, too late. But Nova's starting to clean up. Lots of kills by Nova. How many kills does Nova have right now? Let's take a look. Nova does have 23 kills. Only 5 kills happened with Nova not participating in some way. And down goes Chen, bringing that total up to 24. Very good job. So the team fights, blue team is dominating. If I'm going to make a prediction, I know this is very bold of me to make a prediction this late in the game, but I'm going to say the blue team wins. And it was someone on the blue team that actually submitted the replay. So that's sometimes people send me replays and it is a game where they've lost. So who knows? Because that's a good game. If you send me a replay and your team lost and you tell me, I'll probably cast that way before one where you won. Because a viewing experience is one where the game is going back and forth, and it's been awesome. And if your team is dominating, it still makes for a decent game, but I really love the games that are back and forth and so on. So this game is going on for a decent time, so it's not like the red team is a complete loss. But, it's 18 minutes and the game's still going. It's not going to end anytime soon. So, blue team is getting the Garden Terror. It seems like the red team is just completely ignoring the objective on the map here. And there goes Nova again in that Garden Terror. And they're going to push here a little bit. They're going to try to fend off first. And let's see what ends up happening. Chen's gonna push around Tassadar, push around Breadman with the Rhaegar, and Nova in the Garden Tear. Not able to do a whole lot. Red team was already here. I would have liked to see the Garden Tear maybe go to the south, do some pushing there where the heroes weren't. That probably wasn't the best. However, now that he is out of the Garden Tear, is able to deal the amount of damage he has taken down 3 different heroes. Meanwhile, blue team does have all of their heroes. Rhaegar super low on health, but Tassadar is able to help. Rhaegar slows down everything, which is nothing. And alright, they're gonna do some damage here. Red team's all having to be back. So is the blue team. I don't know why Chen ran in there. What did he have to prove there? There was nothing to prove. I don't know. I'm not gonna try to now analyze that. That's he ran in there for the sake of dying. Alright, so we do have some fresh heroes hopping in, trying to do some damage, but Nova is here doing lots of damage in the behind. Gets Falstad with the help of his team, and down goes Tyrael as well. Can they get Vala? I don't know if they're going to want to push that. But we do have all 5 again here in the middle lane, and 3 are dead for the red team. So a very solid looking push for the blue team here. They're able to take down this gate at the very least. Rhaegar pushed a little bit out of where he should have been. And with Vala and Raynor being able to do a decent amount of damage, you did pay for that. So Vala goes down on both teams actually. Nova is here with the pot shot. Okay, that is an ability where your shots, it's actually a talent I should say, where the shots that you shoot have a very long cooldown. However, they deal lots of damage, which is very good when you're a player who is cloaked most of the time. Oh, excuse me. Alright. Nova was able to escape with her life and deal enough damage to kill Chen. Very good job by Nova there. I do know Joker Sniper in real life. Actually, he's a guy from Texas, and he came up. We're in Canada. Came up to visit us, Rosie and myself, for about a week, and I get a bunch of text messages in a row of, "Hey, Nova's awesome. Hey, Nova's amazing. Hey, Nova might be OP. Hey, Nova is just like phenomenal." So I think he's starting to get a really good hang of the gameplay that is associated with Nova. Alright, red team finally says, hey, we're gonna need some of these seeds because blue team has been getting seeds after seeds. And alright, here comes Nova trying to pick off a kill, and down goes Vala all by himself. And maybe Falstad as well. Is Falstad gonna go down? Nope. Nope. They don't go down. Oh, but who knows? We do have a healer here. Tries to get Tyrael. Does Tyrael go down? Rhaegar's running in, grabs a bunch of the seeds. Nova grabs the other bunch. Sorry, I didn't take a drink of water. Down goes Falstad. Tyrael did escape, but not by much. And here is the Garden Terror trying to do lots of damage to these forts. Let's see how long this Garden Terror is going to last. We do have 1:20. Let's see if we're able to capitalize on that entire time there. Oh, I needed that drink of water. Alright, Garden Terror does put down its ability, which does soak up damage, or I should say soaks up hit points from the surrounding buildings, which the core is definitely one of, and down goes the core. Yeah, that game was a little bit one-sided, even though it did last 23 minutes there. So let's take a quick look at the stats. Tassadar with plenty of siege damage. We saw lots of Psy Storms dealing on minions, so on and so forth, so that is not surprising at all. Chen was able to deal lots of damage, and that is somewhat surprising because you would think that Raynor would have the most there, maybe even Falstad. But hey, Chen was extremely active, and that's totally fine. Also leading in the XP, he was in a lot of the battles, and that's definitely a factor there. This team did a very, very good job. Rhaegar obviously with a high amount of heals, but we can see here when you have essentially two tanks, Tyrael and Chen, but no one to really do heals other than to themselves and maybe a little bit to other people, you're definitely going to be suffering in the team fights. With this amount of heals, this negates, two, like the top two. Look at all of Falstad's damage plus all of Vala's damage is just barely above this number here. So when you have a good healer, it's as if the other team is missing a DPS, or two in this case, because they were able to overheal the amount of damage that the red team was able to do. So a clean sweep by the blue team, 43 kills to 7. Very, very good job by the blue team. So just want to let everyone know, if you do have replays and you want them casted, because we're always looking for replays, we're always looking for good ones. Like I said, the games that are a little bit longer, like this length, is pretty much perfect. Like the 20 to 30 minute mark, those are perfect for casting. We want games that are good and close, where you do have excellent team engagements. And I love it when the 20-minute mark hits and we don't know who's going to win. You know, this one is pretty obvious, but it's amazing when you have no idea who's going to win. Yeah, that always it always makes it interesting and fun. So 43 kills to 7. Yeah, you can tell who's gonna win there. So, anyways, BuddhaBelliesReplays. So BuddhaBelliesReplays@gmail.com is where you need to send replays. My name's Sergeant Rock from BuddhaBellies. I'll cast them, send them this way, and thanks for watching the cast.